gotcha with the title, but maybe you already realized in the thumbnail. Because this is called the edgiest anime of all time, but if we called it like Arifureta is the edgiest anime of all time, I don't think a lot of people would click on it because many people really care about Arifureta right now. But hey, LunarEquinox made a new video, and this video is going pretty crazy. Let's see what he has to say about Arifureta.
Kirito, a terrible web browser. Q-chan! Do you know what all three have in common?
I'm like, where are you going with this? Microsoft, Kirito, and a shape that has edges. Ah, edge. I see.
Edge. Edginess is something that many of us once hailed as the epitome of cool. Sitting alone at lunch.
That's right. This is Aura? No. This is being Sigma. Sitting alone at lunch without eating with friends because you're trying to be cool and mysterious. Is that Aura or is that more Sigma? Maybe it's Sigma Aura.
Lunch with a black hoodie on to look mysterious. Using Bart Simpson crying as your profile picture.
I've never done that, but maybe like a picture of like Sasuke or like Itachi, you know, trying to be cool.
And thinking Linkin Park made good music. But as you grew up, you realized that people just thought you were an antisocial loser or the Unabomber. You never even watched The Simpsons, and Linkin Park did make some pretty good music. There's a very fine line between what is cool edgy, like The Eminence and Shadow, and what is edgy for the sake of being edgy, like Dead Man Wonderland. And Arifureta is...
I feel like the difference between Eminence and Shadow and other shows that are considered cringe is the fact that Eminence and Shadow embraces the cringe. Because it's so blatantly self-aware of what kind of show it is, it just becomes funny and accepted. You know what I'm saying? You went so far right that you're coming out left. You know what I'm saying? There are some shows that tries to be serious, but it just doesn't land. And in fact, I can't take it seriously. It's kind of boring and cringe. But sometimes you just go 200%, embrace the cringe, and then it loops around, and suddenly it's hype and it's accepted.
It is edgy for the sake of being edgy, like Dead Man Wonderland. And Arifureta is definitely the latter. Arifureta is an anime currently premiering its...
I feel like Arifureta has fundamentally changed after season 2. Because in season 1 and season 2, I do agree that like Hajime, the character, is very edgy and tries to be mysterious and cool. But after season 2, and as we go into season 3, I love the tone shift. It becomes something more meme. Hajime is now just goofing around with the rest of the party. He's doing funny voice actings to mock people. It's basically, at season 3 and beyond, it feels like they've embraced the cringe. And now they're able to really work off the other characters better. And it's way more like enjoyable in terms of like the humor.
Its third season, which is still pulling massive numbers. So together, let's take a look back and break down one of the edgiest anime of all time. Humans and demonkind have been fighting for generations, but recently, demons have learned to control monsters. This drives humanity to the brink of extinction. So God summons heroes to this world.
Right, I forgot this was even the lore. And like the God, most likely, right? The people ruling this place through the church, they're the true evil ones.
To save it. Heroes from our world. This is obviously done for self-insert reasons, but I've always found it funny when a God is looking for heroes to summon. He's like, oh.
Why don't you fucking solve it, bro? Yeah, you could have summoned anyone, but you chose to summon Japanese high school kids. Why don't you summon Genghis Khan, bro? Like, think about it, right? Think of it like Fate. You know how we're summoning like heroic servants and shit to like, you know, fight for the grill war? Like in an isekai setting, like, yo, could you not have summoned like, you know, really OP people from throughout like mankind history? But no, you're going to summon like NEETs. You're going to summon random fucking losers.
Oh, yes. Genghis Khan, the first Khan of the Mongol Empire, known as the Universal Ruler. Ah, E2, Julius Caesar, the uncrowned emperor.
Cool titles.
Oh, yes. Jimmy, the man who averages 12 hours of screen time a day.
How the hell did he get -3 level? Is that him himself right now he's making fun of?
Known as a father's greatest failure, he will be the savior of the world. Anyways, a group...
Well, you gotta be relatable, right? Remember, in isekai, what is the main target audience? The whole theme of a second chance and restarting your shitty life and having an adventure, you know, in a medieval setting, right? is power fantasy. It's, you know, escapism for a lot of losers, right? I don't want to say mostly in Japan, because now I feel like I'm singling out that culture, but that's not the case. It's just that this is a Japanese medium. It's animation, right? And there is a culture that really has these terms like the hikikomori, right? The shut-ins, the people who've done nothing in their lives, and they just kind of, it'd be cool to have like a second chance, right? So to have, you know, high school kids, right? To have, you know, fuck-ups, right? To be the persons being summoned. You know, it needs to be relatable to the market audience.
A group of students are summoned to this world with their goal being to clear labyrinths to obtain their powers. However, while in a labyrinth, they fall into a trap where what I can only assume is a creature that came out of
I forgot how bad the CG really was, bro. Holy fuck.
Final Fantasy IX stood before them. While trying to escape, one of the party betrays the protagonist, Hajime, because, and this isn't a joke, this is canon, because he gets far too much pussy. After getting
Not yet. It's just that, you know, Kaori simps for Hajime because Hajime is a pussy, but help like a granny cross the street one time, I think, something like that, and she, like, you know, simps for him, and other popular kids are like, oh, that should be me instead.
Blasted into the unknown, his edgification begins. He loses an arm, starts making funny faces, even begins saying lines that might be said by people that listen to My Chemical Romance.
I don't want to die, even though it might be for the best.
On the brink of death, he discovers e-girl bathwater, which instantly heals all of his injuries. How convenient. He begins capturing monsters in a very Wile E. Coyote type way, eating them, which, for some reason, gives him their powers. Thank goodness this isn't in our world. Imagine eating a horse and then suddenly rich white women want to ride you all the time.
Whoa! Like, where are you going with this? There is something off with that, bro. There's something about horses and white women. I don't know, man. There's a connection there I just can't point out.
Actually, maybe I am hungry enough to eat a horse. Meh. Eating monsters further increases his edginess, turning his hair white, which is why this is the very moment you will realize if you love or hate the show. Because from this point on,
he becomes edgy, and I loved it. I love the entire 180 in personality. He used to be a weak coward that gets pushed around, and then now realizes this is an evil, cruel world, and you can't survive being a good person. So now I will become that evil person. Not a complete bad person, but I will basically do the cruel things that I would never be able to do so. And I love that. I love characters like this.
He will exclusively speak in one-liners like he's always trying to clip farm. With his
And the best part is that by season 3, Hajime realizes how edgy and chuny he really is. Like in the arc that we're in right now, where Hajime is, you know, confronting his inner self, right? His like alter ego, the ones that's full of insecurities and stuff. The moment that his alter ego like showed up and like talked in like an edgy way, Hajime was like, damn, I really am edgy as fuck, huh? Shit, this is cringe. So it's like in the beginning, he's like this, but later on, there's a lot of character development where now he kind of like, he sees himself for what he is. He's like, you know what? Shit, I really am a cringe lord, but it is what it is.
His new ability, he, don't ask how, creates a revolver, which may make this the coolest show ever. After clearing 30 floors.
What was his initial class again? Because I remember everyone else getting cool ass classes, right? Like the hero title and like fucking sword master, whatever. Hajime was like a synergist, right? That's how he creates these things, right?
In 30 seconds, dear God, someone get this man an SAO. He runs into a woman sealed inside of a cube.
I loved how he walked away. So based, bro. And it truly shows that any character at this point would have simped for the girl, but Hajime was like, yeah, I'm good.
あのな、こんな奈落の底のさらに底で明らかに封印されているようなやつを。どうして
何でもするから。Salutations, fine huz. Yue is a vampire royal who was sealed away, just like in Skyrim. They also took away all of her clothes, just like in Skyrim mod.
Does that mean the uncle did this shit? Wait a minute, because now in season 3 we have the whole flashback and we know that the uncle betrays her, right? But like, wait, why was she naked? She was sealed away. Yo, that uncle's a freak.
Together, they create a new goal: clear the labyrinths to gain their powers so that Hajime can return to Japan. Eventually, they make it to the final boss of the labyrinth, where what I can only assume is a creature that was taken out of Final Fantasy IX stood before them.
It looks so bad. The CG of this show is so fucking dog shit in season 1 and season 2. This fight though was kind of cool though. I hate the labyrinths, man. I've said it time after time in my reactions for Arifureta. The labyrinths are the weakest part of the story for me. Because the labyrinth back in the day was just farming like monsters that really had no like stakes or any sort of threat, you know we're gonna win. Now in the first labyrinth, it's a bit different because Hajime isn't OP just yet. So this fight, even though garbage CG, it was kind of cool. The way that he like limit broke and went crazy and Yue was doing crazy shit, and they really like took everything they had to clear this boss. After this though, the other labyrinths, it's just like, we're just farming, bro. Can we get out of here? But then later on, the labyrinths no longer become just like farming monsters, right? But rather more, there's like a specific reason, right? Encountering your past and, you know, fighting against your inner desires and stuff like that. So Labyrinth recently has become a lot better.
This is going to be a reoccurring theme of every single fight. They'll do this big, they're alive! Wait, now they're dead!
Somehow,
Hajime.
returned.
Almost nobody good ever dies. If you can explain how this woman is still alive to this day, I will buy you.
I don't even know how she got stabbed. I feel like this is season 1 or season 2 finale, basically when the class is fucking up and Hajime needs to step in and save them.
The new Hatsune Miku skin in Fortnite, because she looks pretty dead to me. This could probably be avoided if people would stop trying to assassinate people with miniature retractable knives and stabbing them in their appendix. If they do decide to kill a character, they are evil, or they kill Reggie. No, not Reggie, take me instead.
Bye, Reggie.
Even if a main character dies, they will just manipulate their souls and give them a new body. I apologize for underestimating
Cody.
you. I didn't know you were capable of going that far. Yuta Kotsu! To defeat the PlayStation 1 Hydra,
I feel like that's out of context JJK spoilers, but we ignore.
they stand perfectly still while bullets rain down on them, drop edgy lines, even lose an eye to increase his edginess before defeating it.
Get
When they
snipe
reach
pads.
the end of the labyrinth, a ghost tells them the truth of this world. Labyrinths were created by the Mavericks, who give special powers to whoever beats the labyrinths so that they can use that power to defeat God. Because
That's right, because God actually is the bad person of this world. The Mavericks were blamed for everything, and through the truth and giving them like the origin magic, we can overcome God.
God is the one who keeps creating conflict in this world for entertainment. Right about now, you're probably thinking, I created this exact plot line when I was 12 with my Legos. Robotic arm, missing eye, white hair, super edgy, everyone is evil except the protagonist, women love him more than lonely women love cats, other characters exist to get beat up to show how strong the protagonist is.
Power fantasy, bro. What more could you ask from an isekai?
God is evil? I mean, this show clearly was written by a group of ghostwriters in middle school. All it's missing is an ending that says, then he woke up. For clearing the labyrinth, he is given make whatever you want powers because why not? He creates motorcycles, airships, and an orbital strike. How
Yep.
does a young lad like himself know so much about advanced engineering? This
Magic. Who cares?
thought-provoking question was also asked by Big Dick Lion, a man
And like, yeah, if this show, I feel like I never took Arifureta so seriously, so I never questioned, you know, plot holes like this. I'm sure sweaty light novel readers can come up with like a justification for how Hajime, you know, is able to create these contraptions.
and after my own heart. A light novel reader then informed us that his dad is a video game dev and his mom a mangaka. He helped both
Hey, there
come
it
up with
is.
weapons, outfits,
Why not?
and vehicles.
Sure.
No. If you know the concept of how something works and have a basic understanding and have the tools that are basically shortcuts, I'm pretty sure you can make any vehicle/weapons.
We're reaching right now. This is mental gymnastics.
No. Wait, did he just make a Humvee? I take
Yeah.
it back. This may be the greatest anime.
I was too busy, you know, popping off with him bringing modern fucking aircrafts and vehicles that I never questioned this. I was like, yeah, it's Arifureta, bro. Who cares? Let's keep going.
Anime of all time. Normally, I would explain everything that happens in the show, but the show is just kind of a loop. Someone desperately begs Hajime for help. He then rejects them multiple times before helping, because a real edgy man denies people 3 times.
Bro is literally edging them as an edgy person.
Peter. No, the one from the Bible. You have to remember that if the protagonist is edgy, the villains must be the worst person ever, like Ellen or Tom Holland. Oh, look at me, I'm
What did Tom
Spider-Man
do?
engaged to Zendaya. Fuck you. This is a Templar
What did Tom do against Zendaya?
Knight. Do you think he's racist, evil, sexist, or all of the above?
All of the above. I forgot this asshole. This is like the episode where we finally reunite with our teacher and classmates, right? A little bit of them at a farm, and this dude is so mean to Shea.
Ding, 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 ding. Good job. 60% of the villains are evil because they're incels. Many of them want to get laid, but can't.
Pretty
And
much.
They keep doing this bit where it pans to show how little play they get, then shows how much our edgelord protagonist gets.
Yeah, that's the ultimate power fantasy, bro. You know, you get all the bitches, and everyone's jealous and molding that they don't get the bitches, and you know, your harm will continuously increase because it's a very simple story like that. And I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but yeah, it's just really appealing to that fantasy.
だって見てよ、ほとんど別人じゃん。
おまけにモテモテだしな。
Does everyone just really hate that he gets women? It's not even that difficult. You just hit him with a salutations, fine huz. After the villain
Nah, it only works with Hazme in this show, bro. Koki right now is straight up molding because he's losing all the hoes.
sets up an ambush that fails, a fight ensues. Now, the fights of Arifureta are awful for 5 reasons.
Lack of talent and budget. I feel like scheduling. I don't know. The fight scenes, I wish they could be better. And I think they've definitely gotten a little bit better compared to the abhorrent CG that we see in the earlier seasons, but you're not gonna get, you know, like Jujutsu Kaisen animation here. You're not even gonna get what else? What other isekais actually have good? Well, like Mushoku Tensei or even Re:Zero, right? Yeah, Arifureta just doesn't do that. I don't really watch Arifureta necessarily for the fight per se. I enjoy it for a lot of the slice of life moments and all the funny, stupid, degenerate fantasies, right? Of him just getting all the bitches and flexing on other people and stuff like that. So it's unfortunate that, you know, the show can't really deliver on the fight sequences.
Reason 1, these are the most Mary Sue fights that I've ever seen. There's a brain-controlling flower that is growing on Hajime's head, which wilts away from his sheer coolness. No, Shia is turning into stone. But what if she had magic that canceled out Medusa's magic? This ship is lava-proof. Lava-proof! Reason 2, no,
Yeah.
anything but that. Not the
CG?
lion, snake, goat, eagle. These monstrosities look like I made them in Blender in 30 seconds. After seeing these, I'd like to apologize to the awful CGI that I've criticized in the past. Shield Hero, I am sorry.
Oh, Spirit Tortoise.
Overlord, I am sorry.
Okay.
Fate Stay Night, you tried your best. This
Studio Dean.
is mostly due to production problems from the first season, where the author stated in 2018 that I writhed in pain every time I was sent script/storyboard.
Poor author, man. That's actually so sad that his work just got done dirty like this with shitty CG and he could do nothing about it.
Look how they massacred my boy.
To briefly summarize what happened after that, lots of people were fired, they switched animation studios,
Oh, did
and
they?
the anime got
Wait, Studio White Fox did Arifureta? Season 1? Season 2? What the fuck? Hold up. Arifureta Season 1. My anime list. There's no way. There's no way. Arifureta. Hold up. Arifureta, my anime list, season 1. Holy shit. Wait a minute. Studios, White Fox, oh my god. Oh my god. That's crazy. It's a collab, co-production, but damn. Damn, that's a stain on Studio White Fox's name, man. Considering, you know, most recently we've been watching Steins getting ReZero from them. But damn, that's fucked up. That's fucked. Arifureta right there. I mean, they did Goblin Slayer too, huh? I didn't realize that. But damn, that's a stain. That is oh shit, they even did Mao-sama season 1. I didn't realize. They did a Kama got killed too. What the fuck? I didn't know any of these. What the hell? Anyways, that's very what the fuck is this? Why does this guy have so much aura? This guy has so much aura, bro. Now, White Fox, right? Not the highest priority project for them. And it's a collaboration with a different studio, but you don't see White Fox get shit on like this when you have JC staff also doing the same stuff. Probably because JC staff does it way more often, where they have great animes, but at the same time, they're just scheduling and the amount of projects that they con and the different priorities, and you can clearly see a difference in like low priority animes and how people shit on them for it.
Studios, and the anime got remade from scratch. Reason 3, the lack of animation. Sometimes they run out of scented colored pencils, so they make it a slideshow. Or, while fighting, they will pan to a mountain. Oh, that's a rather nice mountain. Also, there are many...
This is just classic isekai shit, right? Where they really want to crank out volume without dedicating actual, like, animation towards it. So they got clever techniques of PowerPoint presentation fights. Rather than seeing the entire animation of a sword being swung, you immediately just see a bright flash after the user, you know, brings out their sword and already the monster is cut and you're like, whoa!
Instances where their attacks don't connect, but they do? And if there is more than a singular enemy, everyone will stand still even though they're CGI.
That's so lazy.
Reason 4. The choreography must have been created by the same people that made The Last Jedi. Let's break down this fight. This guy is in a 1v4 situation. First, he knocks these two to the floor.
Nice.
This guy in return does close-up magic to distract him. Suddenly, these two get back up, swinging their swords in a perpendicular line so that he can duck. Then he somehow teleports past those two, shoulder checks the guy in the back instead of using that sharp object in his hand. Next, the fourth guy goes to attack from above because I guess a direct stab wouldn't look as cool. He dodges, uses cover your eyes magic to then punch a metal helmet. When another enemy goes in for a sword attack, he teleports behind him to knock him out. By the way,
it's very janky. The the lack of stabbing from behind though is clearly like a story thing because, you know, the shitty human guy does end up stabbing him, but yeah, it is really bad.
He doesn't have teleportation magic, but he does have clothesline magic. The end. The fifth reason is because every fight ends by either killing the villain or, in most cases, they let them escape for no reason. I felt like the Punisher watching this. I'll kill every one of them! I'll kill every single one! It's not like he has a problem killing either. He's just too busy aura farming to finish the job. Yes, Hajime, we see the fit. After each arc concludes... Watching the show, I almost gained a sixth sense. Oh, yep, that girl right there, she's getting added. She has far too much character design. Welcome to the team.
Also hilarious how they just brought her into the show after just neglecting her for all of season 1.
This is very much a you've seen one, you've seen it all situation, because there is not a single trope missing from this show. They even break out Old Faithful multiple times. Slaves? I have to give the anime credit.
At least they're so blatantly obvious though, right? I feel like Arifureta is not trying to be something that they're not aware of. You know what I mean? Like, they know that it's just pandering towards all these degenerate fan service stuff. They know that they just bring in all the tricks out of the bag that exist in, you know, isekai fans, you know, fan service like this. And again, in season 3, the way that they just kind of like hard commit to it, it's Eminence and Shadow-esque in the way that they are now just accepting the cringe and the edge, and it becomes funny.
Credit. The show is amazing as long as you don't ask who, what, when, where, or why and watch with your eyes closed. The determination of if you like the show is completely dependent on if you like Hajime. I didn't like him at
I enjoy him a lot. Again, I love characters like this, right? The quote-unquote anti-heroes, the edgy villains, the one that bullies other bullies.
I found him overly edgy, unlike my good IRL friend Kirito, but then I saw him cutting grass with his gun and I changed my mind. Perhaps I treated you too harshly. It's all perspective. For example, I loved 80s action films like Rambo, just a guy doing sick-ass stuff, even if it made no sense sometimes. It's the exact same here. It's fun to see him randomly turn on creative mode and shoot a bunch of people, just never count how many bullets he fires. Reloading is a luxury, not a necessity. Although his edginess can backfire, like when he refuses to save his old friends because one of them betrayed him. What about the rest of them? Not
Fuck them. Sometimes I like this.
all of them are bad. You
Fuck 'em.
can't judge all of them based on one experience. This is a racism argument. This is how I would argue against racism to an old person. Fortunately, his edginess does mellow out a lot by season 3 because all edges dull out over time. Whew, that's a bar right there.
And is it because of Mew? I feel like Mew, you know, the mermaid daughter, as well as him just like what other incidents that kind of led up to this? I feel like Mew really did it. I feel like after having a daughter and the teacher too, right? The farming teacher, right? She definitely tries to retain his humanity. There definitely is a drastic change in the edginess between season 2 and season 3, where now it's no longer just like edgy for the sake of being edgy, but rather now it's just humorous, and Hajime himself is very aware of how edgy he is.
Write that down. I will also never diss the intros from Ari Ferretta because it's
They're
one
good.
of the few that I can always guess on Anime Music Quiz. The voice actors
Shoutouts to season 2 ending. I love the ending so much for season 2.
also deserve a massive raise, especially one of them.
Fucking Tio.
I don't like what she says, but you gotta give credit where credit is due. The plot, on the other hand, was awful. It kept jumping back and forth in time, like Assassin's Creed, but nobody wanted to play as the office worker, put me back in the simulation. It was paced like a bunny rabbit in heat, leaving the plot on the back burner, while the fan service was on the front burner. They make a lot of plot happen off-screen or turn it into a collage of photos. Ari Ferretta also has the most MacGuffin characters. No offense, Mr. Fish, you are the greatest thing in this
That guy is so base, bro. Talking Fish, man, saved us.
entire story, but he shows up just to say there was a young merfolk that was abducted by slavers. What do you think they're gonna do next? The dialogue is awful. It's hard not to zone out anytime they start talking. The dialogue boils down to spamming one-liners.
奴らはもう俺の敵だからな。
I mean, are you expecting like great writing and dialogue though from a show like this? I feel like you're entering a McDonald's, my man, right? Not like a Michelin star restaurant. And it's perfectly fine, you know, to point out the flaws of the dialogue. But to me, though, I never once had any expectation from this show to deliver like compelling dialogue or to have great storytelling. I was just there for like trashy power fantasy isekai bullshit. You know what I mean? It's just like I kind of knew what I was signing up for, so I don't really complain about this. But what he's saying is true.
I'm not as weak as I used to be!
やるかどんな存在だろうと
I'll kill them.
必ず
I didn't even know he was gonna say that. I just randomly guessed I'll kill them because it sounded like the edgy thing to say, you know? And here it is.
殺す
Then die!
One-liner. There's another one.
Ancient magic, and we'll destroy anyone who gets in our way.
We'll destroy anyone who gets in our way. See? Every single line is a one-liner. He's
Because I have no intention of putting my life on the line for this.
I knew it. I knew he was gonna say a one-liner.
You can say that before he starts speaking, Luda. It wouldn't matter.
Or they're having a serious conversation about the end of the universe as we know. Hey, it's been a while since we talked about kissing Hajime's perfect mouth.
Fan service.
Me when they say they'll do anything to repay him for the 30th time? This is actual porn dialogue. The women all got reduced to sex jokes and pregnancy lines.
No, I'd say Tio did. I feel like Yue Shea, even Kaori, and Shizuku recently have great development as they do a lot of introspection on what their characters are, overcoming their insecurities and building on, you know, their insecurities and embracing them, right? That's the entire point of like season 3 right now. Tio though is like the one that has been always reduced to just anal jokes. But there's really cool moments where the gap, right, between what she usually is and how she's so cool and, you know, so mature at different times.
I will give you the bad half of the UK if you can name one personality trait that Yue has that does not involve being in love with Hajime. She might be the biggest glazer next to Madara.
One feature that Yue has that's not glazing Hajime. her entire character is centered around Hajime because she got like betrayed back in the day, and there's a lot of similar things that Hajime has gone through with, right? That's why they're like life partners. They're basically one. And that's why everything about Yue seems to really be about Hajime being down bad. She hates Kaori. But why does she hate Kaori? Because of, you know, Kaori loved Hajime first back on Earth, so everything kind of like stems back to Hajime. I feel like Yue is written to be, you know, basically for Hajime, so it's kind of hard to say anything about this line at the current state of the anime. There's a bit more like backstory shit, right? With her being betrayed by uncle and stuff like that, and maybe that'll develop into something more. There is more like interactions with Shea, true, right? Shea and Yue, right? The way that they were interacting, and they're kind of like, you know, but like everything is centered around Hajime still, you know, because it's like the harem. Anyways.
He could heal wounds without even weaving a single sign. In every jutsu he attempted, he was in a class by himself.
Blaze.
Hajime's power came as a real shock to the demons, but you know, what else is new?
The anime felt embarrassing to watch. If someone came into my room and asked what I was doing, I would rather say I was playing Overwatch 2. They kept unnecessarily putting in scenes where they were naked or in questionable situations. A man can only see so many bunny butt shots in a fight. This is a special part of my video I'm calling My Favorite Moments from Ari Fureta. This first scene is called Captain Obvious.
You're bleeding!
Yeah.
This may be the best comedically timed clip of the show.
Please don't do this! I want to stay with you!
No.
This is a turtle.
Oh, Mew. When are we gonna go pick her back up?
Riding on a dragon, which
True.
Don't make me hate the show the entire time just to put this in here and make me fall in love with it. To understand the popularity of Ari Fureta, we must understand the caliber of humans we're dealing with.
Okay, come on. Again, do you think that there's more smart people or more stupid people in the world? I think there's more stupid people. What am I trying to say with this example? I just feel like a lot more people are able to enjoy fantasy slop like this. And let's just be very objective right now. Is Ari Fureta the deepest, compelling written piece of art that you've ever consumed? No. Does it have to be? No. What is Ari Fureta? From the beginning, I think they're clearly aware that this is a trashy isekai that's going to pander towards all the power fantasies of having a harem, being powerful, and being edgy. What kind of people really love that shit? The monkeys. Us. The average, middle of the pack. There's a lot of people like that than highly, educated anime, intellect that can only enjoy the most avant-garde, fucking cathartic pieces of medium from the 80s and 90s, such as the anime, man. That's why Ari Fureta is so popular. It's like fast food. What are you expecting? You walked into a fucking McDonald's. This is not going to be a Michelin 3-star restaurant. And a lot of people would rather have a fucking Big Mac than eat pretentious fucking little piece of, gold flake bullshit. You know what I mean? That's why Ari Fureta is so appealing to a lot of people. It knows what it is. And the target audience, there's a lot more of them than, let's say, the intellectuals.
I still remember the first time I saw this epic entrance from Hajime, almost as good as Naruto's for the fight against pain.
Ah, that's crazy to say. Hajime pulling up in season 1 finale to season 2 finale. No. Naruto pulling up on the toads when Sakura is saying, please save us, as, Konoha City's being destroyed. No. That's not even fucking close, bro. Maybe I have a bias towards that because I watched that shit as a child and that was so integral in my childhood. So maybe there's some nostalgia factors there, but that's criminal to compare this fucking scene with Naruto pulling up.
No, it's not even close. Maybe if Naruto showed up on a butt plug like Hajime did, it might have been closer. Because he's a Sigma male, and if want to do something, he just do it. He's not one of those pussy-ass, awkward, and coward MCs. He is the real deal.
I love this comment. And yes, it sounds very dorky, right? The fact that he's calling him a Sigma male and the grammatical, issues here, but he's true. He's absolutely right. And I love that he's not a pussy-ass awkward coward, bro. He is Sigma. He can do the things that no other fucking white knight cuck MC can do. I love this.
Thank you, Mario Stein. But the more research I did, the more
Shoutouts to Mario Stein. What a poetic sentence.
I found myself respecting the community, but not Mario Stein. From what I saw, most
Oh. I see. I enjoyed Mario Stein's comments, but if you look at his profile picture, Jesus fucking Christ, bro. Why does that exist? What is this red band here, bro? What is this stat? What is this hat? This is Hitler Mario. What the fuck is this?
not Mario Stein. From what I saw, most of them know that the show is awful, but they like it in spite of it, and that's something that I.
Another godlike comment from Mario Stein. The anime is your average isekai trash. The only difference is it has Sigma MC, which he's the one carrying this anime for me. And you know what? He's right. Mario Stein is on the ball, bro. Everybody loves this anti-hero edgy MC who's able to do the things that a kind-hearted pussy can't do. And I love it. I love how edgy and how much it panders towards my fantasies, bro.
Can respect as a Cowboys fan. Most communities that are obsessive over shows are miserable, but these guys were pretty nice. They even answered some of my questions. And
yeah, they're chill, bro. They're not sweat lords. They're not just up in arms and fucking waging wars against other fandoms. Because this show, they are aware enough to know that we're trash enjoyers and we're proud of it.
And it's not like I don't understand the appeal of the show. I like bad shows too for the same reason. Did I like the show? Fuck no. But its two saving graces in my eyes was Lemon and Humvee. This may be the most.
Lemon was pretty cool though. The fish guy was really cool, and the Humvee, it's really cool. Those two are pretty damn cool points of the story.
Unoriginal, repetitive, and edgy show. Oh, there's no second part, but that's just my opinion. Who knows? You may love the show. Lots of people do. 0 out of 10. Make another season. I'd watch it. Oh, why is he running it, but he's shooting up? My bullets curve up when I run in a straight line. Wow. Why is she just glitching up and down?
The animation there is abhorrent. Holy shit.
They can't afford
I don't realize how fucking bad this really was.
gravity anymore. You think so? Good.
1,000,000,007, 1,000,000,008, 1,000,000,009. Oh, hello.
Oh, Mr. Moneybag, you have that much dollar bills?
I didn't see you there. Sorry, I was just counting my fame when I'm about to hit 100,000 subscribers,
Did he hit 100K? He did. 102,000 subscribers. Congratulations to LunarEquinox. Congratulations, he hit 100,000.
Billions come in. It just works like that, I guess. So I'm not very good at free speaking, which is what I'm doing right now, as you can tell. And
right.
I'm about to hit 100,000 subscribers, so I thought I'd say thank you to everyone. I'm probably going to do a live stream, probably.
Motherfucker, you got carried to 100K at the very end of the tail stretch through Arifureta that you shit on. You should respect this show more. Nah. At the end of the day, Arifureta will not vibe with you if you don't enjoy the main character. And clearly, LunarEquinox does not fuck with the anti-hero, the edgy, bad guy who is able to, save other people by being more shitty to other bad guys, right? I personally enjoy it a lot. A lot of other people do too. That's why it's so wide appealing despite it being so trashy and so mid in terms of the production value, right? I'd say that Arifureta is just 7 out of 10. You know what I mean? Like 7 out of 10. I think that's a pretty high score, to be honest, right? It has its moment. And it's not my favorite show. It's far from it. But it's enjoyable fast food, again, that I do enjoy consuming on a weekly basis. And we're nearly at the end of the story, so, we'll be there for the long run. We'll be there for the long run. Anyways, that's the video. Please go check out LunarEquinox's channel. He had 102K subs. Jesus! Help him hit 200K, man. But remember, sub count does not mean shit in the game of YouTube. Sub count is an inflated metric that only stokes the ego of content creators. The only thing that matters is monthly viewership on long form content. See you next time.